but he is the lead roaster and owner of the finest coffee producer in the world, Coachella Valley Coffee. Here he is, Cliff, everybody. Look at you. We finally got it worked out. How are you?
I'm in the third office over here now.
Well, however it happened, it's nice that you're with us. And I
So
was
sorry,
talking.
there's
Yeah,
nothing in the background.
yeah. It has a very it has a booking photo kind of look to your background. You know, it could double as a right. Um, Hey, Cliff, tell everybody, it's really a great, one of the things I like about your story, in addition to the coffee being so good, I mean, it's all hand roasted, and we'll get to that in a second, but, you have really made a point of seeding a lot of these small farms and these farms and businesses run by women across the world, and that's turned into some robust coffee growers, and they supply a lot of the beans that go through Coachella Valley Coffee.
Yeah, when I first went to Oregon or visited a farm, gosh, in 1999, I always am looking for ways to give back to my community. Well, my community is just a little bit larger than the Coachella Valley. It dips into Guatemala and Nicaragua. But my first trip down to Nicaragua, I sponsored a school, and we would buy the kids uniforms, and it sounds like I have loads of money in my pocket, but for me to buy a kid a uniform with shoes, it's $17, and to pay the teacher salary for a year, it's less than $1,000. But my whole thing with this is I'm supposed to take care of my community, and so we were doing this. Then I realized that if I want to take care of a family, I need to get the money to the matriarch, get the money to the female, because she'll always take care of the kids first. She'll always take care of the family first. Unlike some of us men, we get lost on the way home if we have an extra couple of bucks in our pocket. So I started really focusing on women-owned farms, or farms ran by women. And as long as they do certain things, we ask them to give the workers during harvest 3 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, take home dinner. Give the kids free education, free medical for the family. But I can't expect them to do that unless I'm paying more for the coffee. So we always pay double. And I do it. It's kind of selfish of me. I do it because I want that great coffee farmer to stay in business. But it's a win-win all the way around, because they are taking care of their workers. Everybody wins, because the farm or the workers picking the coffee, that's the hardest part of this whole coffee equation. Mine, I'm just putting green beans in a little machine and turning them brown. I'm just cooking the coffee. I'm not having to pick it. And I'm sure I've mentioned before, each coffee bean is touched by a human at least 6 times before I get it. So I have to make sure that part of my equation, that part of my business, that they're taken care of, and it just works. A couple of years ago, I kept seeing everybody touting, "Oh, we buy from women-owned farms." So I said, "Gosh, I kind of always have. Maybe I'll just put that on my website." I have great relationships with my farmer. Usually, the first Sunday of the month, the first couple hours in the morning is when I'm talking with the farmers. These are my friends, and it just works.
That's terrific. And as I say, I mean, were it just that, it would be laudable, but it wouldn't necessarily be the coffee that I buy all the time. It's
Right.
the fact that the coffee is so delicious. So let's go now from those bean harvests and those farmers to the process. You hand roast all this coffee, right?
Yeah, everything we bring in, we roast in small batches. My batches are right now 10 pounds. By the time it's roasted, I end up with about 8.5 pounds. And so when we're pushing, I don't want to brag, but this month we'll probably do 4,500 pounds. So there's a lot of hours standing there at the roaster. We've got a new machine coming online that'll cut that dramatically down. But everything we do is with these little hands. And when I learned to roast 28 years ago, it was standing next to the old timers like Alfred Pete. And it was nose and ears, smelling what's going on with that coffee and listening, because the coffee is expanding, or we call it cracking, as it heats up. And the coffees have about 2% natural sugar in them. So a computer that runs most roasters now can't smell sugars. That's where these old noses come in handy. So my job as a roaster is really finding that sweet spot in the coffee. And it changes day to day depending on the humidity outside. Everything roasts different. So it's some days when I get here at 3:30, I go, man, this sucks. But the first batch comes out, I said, man, this is good. So
How did you come up with this holiday blend, which I think is terrific? And I usually I like the really dark, edgy stuff normally, but man, this is delicious.
I always try to create something with our favorite coffees. Right now, I've got a really nice crop from Lucia, my female El Salvadorian farmer, and she's always been my biggest purchases the last couple of years. And her coffees are really, really rated high. But we have such a nice relationship. She'll save bags for me. So I wanted to focus on her coffees, but then I wanted to add something else to it. So it's about 80% of an El Salvador and then 20% of a Ethiopian Yirgacheffe, because I really like the fruity notes that pushes out to it. I just like a coffee that tastes different. I go, this is nice.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm really amazed actually that I love it so much. But just because I'm, usually I kind of get on a vibe and I just go for that vibe all the time.
Right.
So somebody's asking, we got to wrap up. Lori says, how much without, just in general, whether we helped you or not, this is a question. How much did sales increase after starting to advertise on this show? Lori
Online
asks.
sales. It's easy to say I'm up about 700%.
Wow, that's unreal.
No, that's you, your listener, Cheryl. She's texting me now. She's trying to order K-Cups, but you have an amazing audience. They understand quality. They don't balk about the price. And yeah, it's just a win-win-win.
Well, we talk, and I've mentioned a couple of times just in our last minute, the fact that you can find less expensive beans because of all the ways that beans are sold. Sometimes talk about the grow, because all of your stuff is the first cut or fresh grow, right?
Right. We always use fresh crop. I could get coffee half the price or a quarter of the price I'm paying because I could buy last year's crop. I could buy old crop. That's not why I'm in business. I want to create something that I'm proud of. And I know I've lost some big contracts because my price is my price, and I have to keep it there because I have farmers to pay for. My employees are taken care of. I'm the owner and I drive the 20-year-old car, but that's fine. I sleep well.
Yeah. Well, we love it. We love your holiday blend. And again, we love the fact that our listeners get a 10% discount on anything on the site. Again, there is I think this is coming off your Instagram. Tony's kind of rallying some of the stuff off your IG. But it's really great. This new crop from Brazil, and it's so exciting to see all the ways you've expanded and done well, and we're so happy and proud to be part of it. Again, Kim, can you put up the banner? There's the holiday blend,
and we did add by popular demand of your folks, we have a tea subscription now. We have a 6 months coffee subscription, a 6 month decaf coffee subscription, and now we've added a loose leaf tea subscription.
Oh, that's cool. So just in the last 30 seconds here, tell me the subscription so I can subscribe to the coffee or tea.
And coffee subscription, you get a 2-pound bag every month, usually our sunrise blend, unless there's one you like. Of course, we'll customize it. Then a 12-ounce bag of something new that I have coming in. Right now, we have a new Papua New Guinea. So we send you that. So we also have a 5-pound bag subscription service, $600. You get the 5-pound bag. It's about 30% off of the normal website price. And I think the tea 6 months is only $99. You get 2 bags of tea, which will make 18 to 30 cups per bag every month. So we're trying to cover all bases. And so the tea is a coffee. I custom blend every drop of tea.
Just terrific. So this is a real boutique spot for some of the great tea and coffee you'll ever taste. Courtney loves the tea. I know Kim loves the tea.
I do. What's your favorite? What's your favorite kind of tea? Is what I
love the ginger mint right now because it's.
I love that one. That's my favorite. How's the vanilla?
It's an Egyptian ginger, and then we put mint root in it. The vanilla is one of my best sellers.
Okay.
It is. You can smell that vanilla bean.
Okay. Nice.
Well, you do all the right things and you come up with all the right product. And we're so proud that we have a partnership with you, CoachellaValleyCoffee.com. And when you check out, use the code MarkT for 10% off. Grab a coffee subscription, grab a tea subscription, and stay in touch with us, Cliff. And happy holidays to you.
We're humbled and blessed. Thank you very much.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped. And please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.